It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, it's the NFL. We've got a wild card matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the San Francisco 49ers. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 180. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Watch twist. Watch the twist.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Slam. Slam.
2 for 1. 2 for 1.
Check 49. Check 49. On 3. On 3.
Okay.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Double tight. Double tight. Out. 3 down. 3 down. Out. Watch 1 and 2. It's coming up the edge. Watch him off the edge.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Sponge. No. Under 10. 10.
4 now.
My game.
I'm on. Watch out. Here we go.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Kill.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
We go tonight. Line 20.
Check.
Check 52.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Yo.
Out of the gun. Gone. And that is incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 16. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
Ready, ready. Leo. Check. Whip. Watch the whip. Check up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, Mike's 50. Ready?
They'll set up the throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. He's going to fire this thing deep right. And got his man complete. And a big 32-yard play on third.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense is already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Now a handoff working right. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
There.
And he'll give it here to his running back. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 1-yard line.
Cut. 20. Stay with your man. Deuce. Check three.
They run with Breida. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. And now, Charles, what do? You want to create some space here for your punter if you have to punt.
I think maybe you just go quarterback sneak and try and create that space and hope your punter can help you out.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Tiger.
From the end zone, gone. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And not the result they were hoping for there, at least in terms of the kick team, as that'll get out of bounds at just the 35-yard line. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for his Saints. First down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Ready. 8 read. 50's a mark. 50's a mark. Start tackle. Let's go.
Back to throw now on first down. Being chased out left. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Down. 10-2 stop. Double. What? Quick.
Now they try the right side here. Oh, what a move. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a first down pickup of 8.
It was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
He'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. We got it. Let's go, Mike 50.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. DeForest Buckner breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Look at me. Zipper.
They'll set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little... early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've had it twice. They punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Kill. Shell. We're good.
This is Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. It has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
On third down, a run from Breida. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hold on. Check. Smooth.
They'll try the air now with Gall. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This is complete to Hawkins. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
You. Mike,
Hey, Charlie.
Ricky. Check 50.
Check.
From the 24, Goff. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Don't throw this way.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Got it.
Mike 50.
Big five.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the late turnover, that turns into 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to capitalize and get the 3 that you just mentioned on the other side of the field, kicking themselves. You think they'll be talking about ball security in the locker room?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question. That'll be the first talking point. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, right side. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. This will be taken in at the 1.
The Saints take over first and 10.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First
Here
down.
we go. You're out. 15 line. 15 line. Right up.
And to give this time to the tailback. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
We got double up.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, kill.
SOS. He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I'm not so crazy about where they decided to run that play, but I like the play itself because if you continue to run it and show it, you're going to create openings that you hope to exploit later in the game.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
Go.
3 down. Mike 8.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And it's a safety. Goff got buried in the end zone. He couldn't get rid of it. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure, and boy, did it pay off in this case.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You're not ready.
Look, squeeze.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Ready.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Hey, let go. Ready.
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to go down again. Quan Alexander providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Goff now looks to throw. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go. 180. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Sit. Man, we're 12. Go, 12. Let's go. Mike 8. Here it comes. Mike 8.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And able to haul it in is Kittle. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Here's Breida. He's got a 1st down of inside of midfield, and he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10. At the 39-yard line.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Check, nickel. Check. Now you run. 12. Get wide. Say 14.
Back to throw. Gone. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 40, 30, the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 97 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Hey, wahoo!
Quit talking about it.
Goff now to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Shit, watch the shit. Hey, watch it.
On 1st and 10, gone. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. A shotgun snap for Goff. Thomas has got it, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
17. Alpha.
Silver.
Now a first down throw. Gone. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Goff going for it all. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
218, chop it.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Hey.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Catanzaro now for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here. Going down the middle, and it's complete. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 72 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
This will be taken in at the 1.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on second down. Goff. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. From the gun on third down. Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Hey, Delta.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, gone. That's complete to a speedy wideout, Goodwin. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Mike, 12. It's a party now. It's a smooth.
Goff throwing again. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
My game. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Throwing again is gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on fourth? And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Set. 18 Gator. Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Hey, Mike 50. Leo. Check the backer. Fight.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
First down, New Orleans.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. That's the way. Take four.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
46, 49ers, 14.